everybody? Welcome back to Why We Love Horror. This is episode 55. Aaron still not with us this week, but he should be back next week. I'm John Maher, and that is Abby Brooks. Abby, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. Excited again for another movie that I hadn't heard of until like a couple days ago when you said this is what we were doing.
Yeah, I'd seen the trailer once or twice, and I guess looking at it in the landscape of everything we do as we gear up for this is our first. This is the second episode we're airing in October, but like we're kind of easing into. We had Azrael where they didn't talk, and then we have Monster Summer, which is Monster Summer.
It's good to have the gang back together again.
Isn't this old man Carruthers' property?
I've heard stories about him. Some people think he was a spy, bank robber. I bet their bodies are buried somewhere on this property. That's one in.
Where's he there?
What is that?
A teenager is recovering today after nearly drowning.
Hey, Ben? Something happened to Ben that I can't explain. It's like he's a zombie at Night of the Living Dead.
You okay, bud?
Oh my!
What are you, nuts?
Hey, guys, it's okay. I invited him.
Easy, fella.
This is Gene. He's a detective.
Retired. Well, there's more of you. I'm gonna have to dig a mass grave now.
What? Something is out there. If we sit around and do nothing, kids are gonna get hurt, including us. It came after me, man. What came after you?
There's definitely something weird going on here. Monsters.
Yeah. You guys ready?
It's not us. Who? Let's do this.
The kids have this vacant look in their eyes. Lights are on, nobody's home. You are overreacting. It's just kids being kids.
Gene.
No, I thought I told you.
Gene?
Right at the top. I feel like this was a misuse of any goodwill we had towards Mason Thames after the Black Vote. But like again, Abby and I were talking before we went on the air here. I don't dislike this movie. It's just not for me. Abby, since I know you're a little higher on this movie, what'd you think of it? And give us a brief synopsis.
I didn't hate this movie either. I didn't like love it. It's not the best movie ever, but I think it's like fine for what it was trying to do. The brief synopsis, which I think the trailer was also a little bit misleading, about like just one little thing, I think. But it's about a group of kids who are friends. It's the summertime in Martha's Vineyard, and kids are getting kind of not captured, but I guess like attacked by some type of mysterious creature. They're turning into just these like stone cold zombie like they have no souls, I guess. And the main kid, the kid from the Black Phone, he teams up with Mel Gibson of all people to figure it out, solve what's doing this, how to stop it. And they team up with their other friends as well along the way.
Yeah, basically, I heard it described as The Goonies meets Stranger Things. I'm going to come right out and say, no, your marketing people are very good, but let me be the first to say that is not accurate. It is, there are so many callbacks to The Sandlot. Like Patrick Renna is in this movie.
Right.
And they do the whole scene from The Sandlot.
Yep.
And the main characters are all baseball players. So it is the Sandlot crossed with, I don't know, some updated version of Hansel and Gretel, or I said Scooby-Doo because it gives me Scooby-Doo vibes for sure.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, especially with the beginning scene. They kind of show it in the trailer where like the group of kids are walking by Mel Gibson's house and they all hop the fence, and it is very reminiscent of the Sandlot where they jump over and they're trying to get like the baseball or whatever. I thought the same exact thing. And yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. This is a kids movie. I didn't know it was a kids movie either going into it. I saw that the director of this movie, his name is David Henry, who used to be a Disney Channel kid back when I was in like middle school or early high school. So when I heard that bit of information as well, I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense. This feels like a Disney Channel type Halloween movie that would come out in October time.
Yeah, I'll throw up spoilers just in case we say anything by accident. But yeah, it is I think you said in your review, like it's got like real Disney Channel vibes. If this just dropped right on Disney Plus, it would feel like right at home there. It, like you said, it's not Hocus Pocus level at all. It will never be that iconic.
No.
It's not bad. It's just like a movie that they really should have just pushed it like, hey, it's spooky time. Bring your kids to see Monster Summer, because it's not like. It's not going to scar the kids scary. Like no kids die. They just become like my son. Like basically, they turn into my son.
Well, and there's really no like monsters in this movie since we have the spoiler thing up. I feel like that was the first time I saw the trailer, and I feel like they were making it seem like there was like monsters terrorizing the town. No, it's just one person, and it's a witch who's after all of these kids, which is fine. That's fun, but definitely a little misleading if you saw the trailer.
And the reveal is 1000% like Scooby-Doo goofy. We'll get to it. Like I have no qualm saying this is like Scooby-Doo level plot, Scooby-Doo level scary.
Yeah.
But there's like I guess like a crime procedural thing to it. You've got Mason Thames. He wants to be a reporter. He's on Mason. His dad was a reporter, I believe, and his dad also passed away in the pursuit of journalism. So big bylines throughout the thing. Like, it's a journalism heavy movie. He's going to be the best reporter. And the shady newspaper editor on the island is Kevin James.
Yeah, doing some type of accent or what. I don't know what he was doing. He showed up like twice, and I was like, okay.
He's doing Adam Sandler's excitable Southerner, but low key. He's like a New Orleans transplant on Martha's Vineyard running the newspaper. And so many choices are made in this movie. Like Lorraine Bracco is also in this movie as the red herring. Like there's a witch. She's clearly acting like a witch, but she's really a children's book author. Like why a children's book author would be as like rough around the edges as she is, I have no idea, but she is.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely saw that coming. I was like, this lady is being too sneaky around this town for her to actually be like the person that they're looking for. Like I saw that coming, but I did not actually see who the actual witch was going to be. I did not guess that at all.
Yeah, spoilers are up. So if you're still watching and you were planning on seeing Monster Summer, here comes the spoiler. So this witch apparently has witches are always like, not that they're ancient, but they're always older people. And like she had been eating children, but then she discovers like a diet way to eat children that she can just suck out a little bit of their soul and it'll be sustenance. And she figures out the best way to always be near children in the modern day is to disguise yourself as a baseball umpire. And her disguise is Patrick Renner from The Sandlot.
Yeah,
like not that he's playing himself, but like every baseball movie this year, like this movie and that Luke Wilson movie, they just like shove Patrick Renner in there as like a, hey, millennials, look, we're paying attention to you. He's in every freaking baseball movie. Stop.
Right. Like, you like The Sandlot?
Yeah, do you like The Sandlot? Well, here's Patrick Renner.
Right.
What do you think of that reveal?
I mean, I thought it was, again, I didn't see it coming like at all. But I thought it was silly. I mean, I like a twist if I can't guess it. So that was something. But yeah, I thought it's whatever. It was silly. It was goofy. And like, I'm not mad about it, honestly.
Yeah, I think a lot of the consensus I've seen is like, oh wow, Mel Gibson's in this movie. Like what the hell is he doing here? But I think everybody also agrees that Mel Gibson, in like, not that he's mailing it in, but he's definitely not like acting his ass off. He's basically acting like, what the fuck am I doing in this movie? But that works in this movie, and it's the best part of this movie.
Right. No, I mean, I don't want this to like, I didn't think he was bad. I didn't. I thought he was kind of funny. Yeah. I don't like Mel Gibson as a person, but I thought he was fine in this movie.
I think I told Aaron, I was like, he's Riggs from Lethal Weapon, but in this movie he's playing Murtaugh. Like he's playing Danny Glover's character on Martha's Vineyard in this movie. So if you wanted to see Riggs turn into Murtaugh, watch Monster Summer when you can watch it for free. Don't go to theaters and spend money on it. Oh, sorry, I should have said that. Don't go. Yeah, but that's the hook for Lethal Weapon fans. Riggs plays Murtaugh in this movie. Anything else we should talk about before we jump into ratings?
No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, anything that you could kind of think of from like a kids-ish like Disney type movie is probably in this movie. Again, you have like the dead dad side thing, and like, oh, like someone says in this movie, oh, you stopped acting like yourself since your dad went away. That's in like all of those Disney movies. And then Mel Gibson has like this side thing where like his kid is taken away, weirdly, like in a very weird way. And then his wife left him. So there's that whole thing. And they have like a father-son kind of relationship. Just a lot of predictable stuff like that. The only thing that's not predictable is the Sandlot guy being a witch in the end.
Yeah. Well, let's just get down to it. I'll go first. I said I was not as high in the movie as you were. I settled on a 2 out of 5. Like, I don't hate this movie, but I didn't really enjoy myself either. I would say I'm glad I saw it just to be a completionist, but like I didn't really enjoy them about this movie. Like it made me stop. It made me like The Black Phone less. That's like how I felt about the movie. I'm like, Mason Thames pulling over on me. Is he really this bad? That's what's going on. It's not the worst movie I've seen this year, so don't get me wrong. It's in the middle of the bad. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, this isn't something I'd like run out and go see again or like readily watch again. I don't have like The Black Phone is not that good to me, so it's not ruined by this kid's performance in this movie. But I'm just very in the middle about it. Like, I didn't hate watching it. I thought it was fun for what it was. Like, it was a decent time. So I give it 3 out of 5.
All right. Fair enough. And then Aaron did not see it, so I don't have a rating from Aaron. But we're going to move on to what we do every week, which is the Why We Love Horror Challenge. And I will throw this out because I know I did have a latecomer to the challenge who's going to try to watch it all in the month of October. So if you want to do that too, you can go to that website. That's lowercase r, lowercase l, capital W, lowercase d, capital I on Letterboxd. You can see the 52 movies you need to watch. We're going through types of creatures in movies for the next 5 weeks. So this week we're doing zombie movies. Abby, tell us what you watched while I try to remember what Aaron.
So my movie that I wanted to talk about today, I didn't actually watch it this week. Watched it a couple weeks ago, and I mainly wanted to talk about this movie just because of the experience that Aaron and I had watching it. So I wanted to include Lucio Fulci's Zombie, Flesh Eater, Zombie 2, whatever I'm supposed to call it. It's a great, I really liked it, for as much as I say on this channel that I'm not like big on the Italian horror. This one I really, really liked. The zombies were awesome. I loved seeing the zombie fight the shark, and it's just really, it was a really cool movie. I also wanted to plug, Aaron and I went to, so there's a drive-in theater close by called the Mahoning, which is where we saw this movie, and the composer of that movie, Fabio Frizzi, I think his name is, performed the score live while the movie was playing. So that's why I wanted to include this movie for this week, because that was a really great experience that I loved. And the Mahoning is also awesome. too. So
yeah, I'll plug the Mahoning too. I was on their website. Their lineup for this month is incredible. So if you do live anywhere near the Poconos, in the Poconos north, that eastern Pennsylvania area, drive there and check it out. I guess is it technically the Poconos?
Sort of.
It's just south. It's just south, just west of the Poconos.
Yeah.
People who live there probably say they live in the Poconos.
They do.
But it's there. Aaron watched The Last Man on Earth, which is one of the 15,000 iterations of I Am Legend. It's the Vincent Price one. I would also recommend that. And then there's a movie I hadn't seen, but I've heard of the book and I've heard of the movie, and like I just kind of avoided it because it sounded stupid. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I was wrong. I was 1,000% wrong. The cast of this movie, I was like, wow, this guy's in it. Wow, she's in it. She's in it. He's in it. Like everyone's in this movie. And it is exactly what you think it is. It is Pride and Prejudice, and they shoehorn zombies into it. But it doesn't ruin Pride and Prejudice, and it doesn't ruin zombies. So that's a victory on all fronts. So I would recommend it. If you want a cool zombie period piece comedy-ish thing, definitely check it out. That'll do it for this week. If you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Go to the TikTok at WWL Horror. You can check out Aaron's YouTube over at Aaron the Dog MMA for all your MMA and betting on MMA needs. And schedule's always the same here. Mondays versus Tuesdays is horror headlines. Wednesdays we do special editions of either this show or horror trivia. This show you're watching it Thursday. Why We Love Horror. Next week it's Terrifier 3. So come back for that. And then every Friday we either do like one big deal episode of Why We Love Horror Trivia, or it's a doubleheader of Why We Love Horror Trivia. So thanks for stopping by. I'm John Maher. That's Abby Brooks, and we'll see you next week.